Welcome back to the Art of Crochet blog, and this is square number 17, and we've got 5 colours. I think the pattern is quite straightforward, but we've got a lot of colour changes. So we've got our new navy yarn and then all of these as well. So I hope you've been keeping all the odds and ends from your previous squares so we can use them. So you start off this one with a fat ring, and the way you do that is to wrap the yarn around your finger. And this time we're going to do it 8 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that was a bit tight. I hope I haven't. Oh, can get it off. And take the yarn through. Oh, and through there. And catch it there. And I'm going to make 1 chain to bring it up to the height, and then 16 double crochet. So that's without the yarn over a double crochet. So 1, okay, so it's quite a squash to get 16 double crochets in that little ring, and then I'm going to join it with a slip stitch to that one at the beginning, if I can get it through there. Come on, that's it, there we go. And then that's the end of the periwinkle blue. So I'm going to cut off that yarn, pull it through, and I'll fasten it off in a minute. Honest, I'm terrible about sewing in, it's boring, isn't it? So here we are. Make a little slip knot with the navy for our next round, and it says join it to any stitch on the thing, so I'm going to go for that one there. There we are. Okay, and now we're going to do trebles in every stitch, so 2 trebles, so that's 2 chain and then a treble in that stitch, two trebles, 1, and then the next one goes straight back into that same stitch. Because the circle's getting bigger and bigger, you need more stitches, so that's 2 in every one. So this is what it looks like at the end of the second round. And I'm going to, oh, I need to do another double crochet in that last stitch, and then I'm going to go into there to do a slip stitch to finish the round, and then we can snip it off, and that's another end to sew in, or it's quicker just to do it with your crochet hook at the back. And what I do is this, get 1, 2, 3, it might be difficult to see because this is very dark yarn, and then pull it through all those, and then it's, look, under quite a few stitches around the edge, and that'll stop it from unravelling. Now the next round is with the green, and I've got the tail end here, look, of something that I was using before, and it's got a bit tangled. Don't tell anybody. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just 1 treble in every treble. So we've already got doubled our number of stitches, and we can join anywhere. So again, I'm going to do it with a slip stitch technique. And this time I'm going to hold the yarn round the edge so that it gets woven in as I go along, so I don't have to bother with all this. There we are, you see. Oh, I've only gone through 1. There we are. So 1 treble in every stitch, and I'm holding the end of the green yarn at the back so that it gets woven in as I go along, and then there'll be fewer ends for me to bother with at the end. See you at the end of this round. So I'm going to attach the teal yarn to any stitch on the outside here. I've got my little slip knot there, and this is the one where you start making different length stitches, so we turn a circle into a square. So it says 4 chains, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a double treble, and that's the one where you go round twice there into the same space. So I'm going to go back into there, and I'm going to lay that one round the edge, so I work round it. That's my end, so I have fewer ends to sew in at the end. There we are. So I've got 4 chains and 1 double treble in that space, and then I have to do 2 double trebles in the next treble. So that's treble is where you go over once and into that one, working around the end of that yarn again. 1, 2, so that's a bit shorter, so I'm imagining that that's one of my corners for the next bit, and then 1 treble in each of the next 4, so this must be the side. One, oh, got a bit tangled there. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've got my long stitches at the beginning, and then 4 trebles along the side, and then treble. Okay, so the way I remember double treble is that it's double, 1, 2, like that, and you go round. Of course, if you're working in American terminology, it's completely different, and it gets very confusing. So if you watch videos on YouTube, you have to watch out to find out whether they're using UK or US terminology, because they can be very different. Okay, so I've done 2 double trebles, and then we have to do 2 chains, 1, 2, and then 2 double trebles in the next stitch, which is this one here. There, so that's going to be the corner there. Do you see where that little 3 chain is? Oh, I need to get rid of that end, don't I? There we are, and I'll see you when we get all the way around to here. So I'm just coming up to the next corner, and I thought I'd show you how to do this bit. So we do 2 trebles in the same space, 1, 2, then in the next space it's double trebles, that's over twice, 1, 2, then a 3 chain, hang on, 1, 2, 3, there, 1, 2, 3, and then another 2 double trebles. So you build up with your trebles, double trebles, the chain, double trebles, and then back down to trebles again. So another 2 trebles in that corner there. And having 2 in one space helps the square stretch around that corner. So there's our next corner. I think you should have the hang of that by now. So here we are on the pink round, which is our final round, and I've started off here and done my 12 trebles, and the corner we do 2 trebles and 3 chain and 2 trebles into that corner space. So that's it, 1 treble, 2 trebles, and then 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, go around the corner, and then another 2 trebles in that space, and that takes it neatly around the corner. And then you do trebles into every stitch along the side. You should find there are 12, and then another corner until we get to the end. So we're nearly done with this one. Here's the final corner, and we're going to do 2 trebles into there, into that corner space. Then 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and then join with a slip stitch to the top of here. Done. Now I'm going to trim this off. Now I've been a bit slack with labelling my squares. How are you getting on with yours? So I know I didn't do the last one, so let's do a quick bit of labelling, and I'll tell you about American crochet in the notes for this one. Okay, so here's square number 17, and I've run out of safety pins, so I'm just going to use a regular pin, because I know when I've done a few more I'm going to forget which squares we've got. And actually I'm going to do 16 as well, because I haven't done that yet. Okay, so here's my 16, and here we are. Thank you very much.